Things I regret doing in high school. So let's like fast forward to like 2023. I want to say, so while I do my skincare, I'm gonna go and talk about things that are not good do in high school for like the first time. So let's like fast forward to like 2023. I want to say. So in 2023, I started hanging out with some new friends in high school because I was very shy when I was in high school because like it was my first time going to high school because you already know because back in 2023 I didn't really started my channel. If I don't really remember, I don't think I never started my channel back in 2023, so I don't really think I really didn't started my channel. So to be the exact, I started hanging out with some friends in 2023. So we started like hanging out or whatever, but I mean, like, we didn't really hang out a lot until the time I got to high school for the first time. So in 2023, I started dating a guy in 2023. So this guy that I used to date, he was a senior, and he wasn't really like the kind of guy who I used to talk to because like he was the one talking to me. So to be the exact, he was the one talking to me. And the first time I met this guy, he was all nice, but like sometimes he had like a problem. Because like his problem was that like all he hated was being called annoying. Because the first time that I called this guy annoying, he was like, "Don't you ever call me annoying again." And then during that first time, he literally thought that I was the one calling him annoying, which I accidentally did, like accidentally, even though I meant it for real. So then basically me and this guy, we started dating in 2023. So to be the exact, we hanged out for like a very long time, I want to say. Right? So ever since we started dating, his friend didn't really improve our relationship because he had like a problem with me. And then during that time, he still had a problem with me because he had like his own bloodline or whatever that I didn't really know about. And during that time, he started acting up, thinking that everything was okay. And to be the exact, me and him, we were like non existent. Because during that time, I was still talking to the guy, the one I was still liking up. And to be the exact, he didn't prove any of it because, like, one of his friends that were like homeboys or whatever, and they were hanging out or whatnot until there was drama. Because in 2023, don't get me wrong, y'all, there was a lot of drama in 2023. And to be the exact, when there was drama and shit, people had no idea that there was all drama. And to be the exact, I was still talking to new friends in high school because at the same time I was shy, but I was also nervous in high school. To be the exact, me and this guy, we used to date, and then me and him, we just like had a good love connection because during that time, before we had a good love connection, me and him, don't get me wrong, like literally, like picture a baddie of herself, literally taking pictures of herself and literally like taking pictures of herself, and then sending it to the guy, the one that I used to like, because to be the exact, did me and this guy had all good taste? Want to be the exact, we didn't really have all that good taste because to be the exact, before me and him even started dating, I don't even know what it could even get to. Because to be the exact, before me and him even started dating, it became like that we were all good and we were such a good couple. People okay think that they could literally improve us as a really good young couple. But to be the exact, he was more than just my boyfriend because it was actually my first time ever having a boyfriend. And before I got a boyfriend in high school, I was literally so excited because I never had a boyfriend before. And like, it was literally like the kind of way because I didn't really have a lot of friends in high school before my freshman year. And to be the exact, I was just happy to literally have a boyfriend. Like, was I that happy? Well, yes, I was definitely happy. But then during that time, me and this boy, OMG, we had all good vibes. I text him, but sometimes he would barely text me. And then most of the time, he wouldn't even text me literally like one bit. And to be the exact, he was the one just not texting me a lot because during that time, like we all had a good love connection. And then to be the exact, his friend didn't even prove our relationship just because that like he was the one being jealous and I'm like, okay, whatever. Like you don't have to be jealous of me and him not dating. And like honestly, like who would have known like how badly you can't have me as a baddie? Well, guess what? That's how many people don't really think that. Because one time I wasn't able to give y'all the story time of like how he meant to dump me. So during that time we were still talking. And you know, me and him, we were all lovey dovey, you know, everything was cool. But then during that time, before prom came up for the first time, it was my first time going to prom. And I literally remember the day that I wanted to go out with this guy to prom, but then guess what? I got asked out to prom, and guess what I literally said? I literally said yes to literally start thinking that I was the one going to prom. And to be the exact, my boyfriend, the one that I was actually dating, he just never showed up to prom. And to be the exact, he was getting a haircut without even letting me know that he was even gonna get a haircut. Like first of all, like I would have known that he was gonna get a haircut, and then like he never told me that he was gonna get a dumb haircut. And to be the exact, me and him, we all had a good love connection. Because like before me and him were all lovey dovey, you know, being lovey dovey was whatever. And then people okay thought that if we had a thing going on, well, like, how are you supposed to know that we had a thing going on? And then during that time, I literally started to remember that I was moving out of my other house because I was still living, to be the exact, in 2023, I was living in a trailer park, literally, because it was just whatever. And to be the exact, I was still going to high school because I was still in the high school, the one that I was in. And to be the exact, y'all, I literally can't believe that I was literally the one not thinking about not stepping up. Because to be the exact, I ain't no kind of person who I can't be. And nobody can't change me for me because you know what? At the end of the day, I am never going to really realize of how badly this guy ditched me. And to be the exact, you want to know how he ditched me? He never went to prom. And to be the exact, he was the one trying to go after to get a dumb haircut. Like, are you dead ass? Like, how come you can't tell your girlfriend you're gonna get a dumb haircut? And then during that time, he wasn't able to text me because guess what the fuck he was doing? He was too busy just getting a dumb haircut, and he never told me anything about it. And to be the exact, I was just like, OMG, I can't believe he just ditched me. And ever since that time, I was able to have a good time. And then I told my boyfriend that how come I went to prom, and he was like, I wasn't gonna go. If that's what he meant to say. During that time, I was still talking to him, literally, because I was going to another high school. And then during that time, he still texted me. Because guess what? That all ended before my sophomore year. And before my sophomore year, you ask? You want to know what really happened that time, bitch? Oh, let me just tell you guys what really ended up happening. To be the exact, he dumped me. Because me and him, we were in a relationship for like 11 months. Like, are you just gonna be thinking that being together with the guy, the one I was dating for like 11 months? Well, guess what? That was me with the guy for 11 months of our relationship. And during that time, he just dumped me after an 11-month relationship. Like, are you dead ass? Not even asking like why you can dump a girl like that by the end of the time. Well, guess what? There were 2 reasons why he broke up with me. Because for one, I was being rude to his friends. And then second, his friends had the audacity to cut me off. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Like, I don't really care if people cut me off like that. Because even if someone cut me out like that, like, would I like it? No. And do they think it's going to look pretty on them? No. And to be the exact, never, like, when a moment goes by where I don't think about like what I really did that time. And to be the exact, you want to know who really texted me that time before the whole breakup? His own friend had the audacity to text me, and he was like, hey, like, I'm surprised he never texted me. And then during that time, like, me and him started texting again, and then he messaged me, and he was like, telling me everything about his friend. And I was like, oh, gee, I can't believe it's my ex-boyfriend's friend who I haven't seen before he even graduated. And I was like, oh, okay, well, like, let me text this dude and let me see, like, what's all up with him. And to be the exact, he texted me out of nowhere. And then I started texting him, and then, like, ever since that time, he was shocked that I was talking to him again after he graduated. And to be the exact, he told me everything that I had to know about all of his friends thinking that they were the ones betraying him. Like, yeah, right. We already know what happened back in time. To be the exact, I was never going to push him through it. But then guess what? Before he texted me and I was like, OMG, I can't believe it's him texting me. And now guess what? Me and him, we text on Instagram. And to be the exact, like, do I even care if he texts me? Well, no. Because to be the exact, before we even tended to break up, I mean, like, did I regret breaking up with Jaden? I mean, like, was it a big deal? Well, yes, it was. And to be the exact, he was the one, like, breaking my heart just because that I wasn't meant to, like, hurt his emotions. But at the end of the day, if it wasn't because of him not telling me, like, what he gonna do, blah, 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 and we all know that I could move on. And to be the exact, like, before I moved on, I ended up thinking that, like, I'm gonna go talk to another guy without telling my ex-boyfriend. Because during that time, I immediately cut his number out of my life, and guess what? I moved on. I know I cried my eyes out because, like, even if I wanted to cry, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I'm gonna cry. I can cry all those tears out. Because to be the exact, like, if I could be a baddie crying on here thinking that I'm gonna cry, well, guess what? I could literally cry about if a guy breaks my heart. And two, if I can just do whatever I can, well, guess what? That's exactly what I do. And before me and him broke up, you know exactly what I did? During the time, he gave me love notes back in 2023. And to be the exact, like, I was his high school sweetheart. And of course, he was my high school sweetheart because guess what? Before me and him were both high school sweethearts, like me and him, we were all in the middle. Like, ever since that time, I was just lucky that he was not going to message me and be like, oh, let's get back together. Well, I was never going to get back together with him. Because to be the exact, like, I don't think that the best thing that you should never do in life is never hang out with the wrong guy that you can't date anymore. Because, like, if you can't regret dating that guy, well, then guess what? Because, like, literally, like, to my advice to all my girly girls that have always been in a relationship, never get back with your ex-boyfriend. Because even if you get back with your ex-boyfriend, then it's going to be so weird. Because, like, even if your ex-boyfriend asks for a second chance, like, are you going to say yes? Well, like, if you're going to say yes to get back with your ex-boyfriend, then, like, is it okay to get back with your ex-boyfriend after what he did to you that time? No. And to be the exact, like, if I was the one being broken up by my ex-boyfriend, like, would he be the one asking me back? No. Because to be the exact, I would say no to things that I regret at the time. But honestly, it ain't a big deal to me. Because even if it's a big deal, like, am I gonna immediately make a song out of it? Yes. But at the end of the day, I'm still myself, and I could still be a baddie. And since during that time, my ex-boyfriend does not know that I have a crush on another guy. Does he know? No. But a lot of you guys are gonna probably think about this, and you're gonna be like, "Oh, I want to find out." Well, guess what? You have to find out soon. Like, don't even think about asking too many questions about this boy. Well, guess what? If I do get a boyfriend, would I be happy? Yes. Like, am I gonna be the one like stepping foot in front of a man? Who knows? Like, I ain't gonna step foot in front of my ex-boyfriend. And honestly, like, my ex-boyfriend, he liked the color pink, so guess what? I'm literally wearing the color pink lip balm or whatever you call this because it's so cute and it doesn't exact. Because guess what? He's not gonna actually get this from me. Because I don't think his new girlfriend don't wear makeup. Well, guess what? If she can't be a baddie with no makeup, well, then guess what? To be the exact, he ain't gonna have no makeup against us. But guys, like out for part 2, if I should literally talk about things that my ex-boyfriend literally made me do in the past. I will never excruciate no more, but I could literally drop the beef. But honestly, I'm never gonna do like anything between a man. Honestly, maybe you shouldn't either. But honestly, I'm lucky I moved on. I'm lucky that I could be myself and that I could be a baddie because guess what? I never spoke to my ex again and it will never happen again. Like, it will never ever happen.